I'm Pam Carnes, President and CEO of the Cherokee County Chamber of Commerce. And today on Tuesday's topic, I'm visiting with Tim Morris, the Director of Cherokee County Senior Services. What a group of folks that have needed some extra care during COVID-19. Tim, you know me, I'm a hugger. I can't help it. And if I could hug you right now and thank you for all you and your team have done, I would. So virtually I am. Interesting story. Tim and I happen to be from the same hometown. And we realized that a few years back. He actually, bless his heart, one of my aunts was one of his teachers. And we have a lot of connections. And I appreciate what you're doing and what your team is doing to take care of our senior population right now. And not just right now, always. You are having to work outside the box, though, at this particular time. And I know that folks that are watching this will appreciate hearing from you and hearing some things that maybe you and your team have done that are a little bit different. So share with us, and thanks for being on Tuesday's topic.
Thanks, Pam, for having me. And again, this really since mid-March has been quite challenging for my department. Obviously, the very first thing we did was shut the senior center down on March the 16th. I mean, it's a day that we can't forget. That was hard for us to do, and I think at that time the seniors didn't really realize what was going on, but their safety was our most important aspect that we needed to take care of. So, but I made that decision at that time, and working with the Atlanta Regional Commission, who's our AAA for our aging contracts and grants. It was a unanimous decision by all the counties. I think we all shut our senior centers down at the same time. So after we shut it down, you know, we started realizing there were aspects of our programs that we needed to change, because the way we were doing things were, you know, you get so used to doing things a certain way, and then all of a sudden you're not doing it that way anymore. So our priority was actually had targeted toward our homebound clients, those seniors that were, you know, that they're pretty much homebound, that receive either home delivered meals or homemaker service. So we all met as a group and tried to distinguish what we call our at-risk clients. And these are our clients that if this thing continues, which obviously it has, because we're well into April, what are we going to do? Right. We're going to look at these seniors who really don't have a lot of people to help them. You know, we can get the box meals, the frozen meals to them. That was a piece of cake. But what about the other essential needs like groceries and that kind of thing? So staff here, the team actually came up with the idea of posting on Facebook to the community a list of grocery items. So our goal was to try to get these people enough for like 3 weeks. So that way we would have comfort knowing that they had whatever they needed. Within 4 weeks, or I'll say 3 weeks, it wasn't even quite 4, we had enough to supply them for 5 or 6 weeks. And then we had enough to actually give out to other seniors in the community. You know, we had an example of a couple that not even our clients who called us out of desperation because they were afraid to get out to go to the grocery store. And staff took over a couple boxes of food and stuff, and they were so grateful for that. So that kind of started the whole chain of how we were going to go about doing this.
Right.
And then we realized with all this food, we needed extra help. So we've actually worked with the Marshal's Office, Sheriff's Department, Parks and Rec, and other organizations that have actually helped us to deliver these meals to these seniors. And last 3 weeks, well, almost 3 weeks ago, we actually stopped our volunteers with our Meals on Wheels program out of their safety and the client safety. We hated doing that because they'd never asked for it. They were ready to keep doing it. And we just thought we needed to pause so we could actually gather our thoughts on how we were going to go about this. And they were so, you know, they understood. They're itching to get back. They contact us daily about when we're going to let them come back.
Right.
I think we're trying to work on some things for next week to let them do that. But during all this time, and with the meal part of it too, is that we, actually started serving our senior center clients. Those clients who needed the meals, they made reservations. They get a 5-pack box of frozen meals, and they're delivered to them every Tuesday of those that need it. And CATS has been outstanding. They've been bringing their buses over. We're getting staff and volunteers to get on the bus, and they know exactly where these seniors live, so they take the box of meals to them.
Right.
When they started doing that, the singers were talking about how much they missed everybody. So it got some of the other staff members thinking, what else can we do? So they all thought, okay, let's dress up, and let's make some signs, let's play some music. So for the last 2 weeks, they've been going to the homes of the senior center clients.
Okay.
And we've been hearing stories from their families about how depressed they were, and not being able to get in the senior center is taking a toll on them. So I've been very proud of the staff and how they put all that together and set this tour up to where, they did, say, 10 clients in one day, and they would pile out of the bus. They'd be dressed up as T-Rex or Spider-Man, whatever they could dress up.
Whatever they could find.
Doctors the other day. And they would entertain the singers, and they would actually come to the door. And I'm not a tearful kind of person, but there were a lot of tears.
I bet.
From everybody, and they were so appreciative. So then we were like, well, what else can we do?
Mm-hmm.
So working with staff again, and Tiffany Hendricks, who's the activity coordinator, she is one of the staff members that I pretty much have working from home.
Okay.
She's got 2 small children,
Mm-hmm.
but she's been dedicated and doing everything she can. So she and another staff person actually set up this virtual bingo. So they actually had their first run yesterday where they had, I think it was 7 or 8 clients to call in, and they played bingo.
Unreal.
And the singers loved it. So she's got another group today. She has a group every day this week.
Okay.
And then she'll start over again next week
Mm-hmm.
and play bingo with them again. And I know she told me today she had one of the family members to call her and say how much that meant for her mom to play bingo. And they actually got to chat with each other, because there was like 6 or 7 other singers on that call.
Right.
And they got to talk to each other.
And find out that everybody's okay and everybody's doing the same thing right now. Yeah.
It was, it's been a great team effort. Like I say, I'm proud to have creative people.
That's right.
On staff that can pull something like that together. It's like I mentioned earlier, nobody has a job description.
Mm-mm.
These last month and a half, or maybe not quite month and a half, nobody's had a job description. Homemakers, we're not going into clients' homes right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a service that's so desperately needed, because we have so many singers who need help with cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
We're in our 3rd week of not going in the home, but right now working with the fire department and others, trying to, because my homemakers want to go back.
Right, I'm sure.
I want to get them tested and make sure that, that they're okay, and that, they would be good to go back into clients' homes, because most of our clients, really all of them, have been in home during this entire time.
Right.
So I wouldn't even think of a staff person going in a home without them being tested.
Exactly.
So we're working with that part of it and trying to get some N95 masks for them to wear. And so there's a little work to do, but we're kind of hoping sometime maybe mid next week that we can get the homemakers back out and do some housekeeping.
Having them to do that housekeeping, but being able to see that senior face to face, and even give family reassurance if their family isn't local or hasn't been able to check on them regularly, knowing, hey, they're doing great. We're all, I think, tired of looking at the same 4 walls. You're in your office. I actually opted to come to the chamber today. I try to do that a couple of days a week, even for just an hour or so at the time, just to check on everything. But imagine if we were cooped up at home for that indefinite period of time, and you and your team provide them with that excitement day to day of knowing that something different is going to happen, since they can't come see you at the senior center. Tell me this, what can the community do to help you right now? What
they pretty much already have, that those grocery supplies was,
That's amazing.
that was amazing to see, because
Yes.
we like send something out and like within an hour we had, you know, a car full. I remember one we got, someone ordered, I think it was a church had ordered from Costco, and it was $1,600 worth of stuff.
Hmm.
You know, it's funny because we actually, a lot of people were like, can we make a contribution and let you go out and get it?
Mhm.
We wouldn't have had a problem with that, but at that time, you know, people were kind of looking at each other when people were raiding the grocery stores. And,
Exactly.
you know, we didn't want to go in there and just hog everything that was in there.
Right.
So we thought it'd be better if individuals did it and it didn't look like we were, you know, depleting the shelves.
Stockpiling. Right.
Or we were going to do that and get T-shirts saying that, hey, we work for Senior Services and these
Right.
are our seniors. But community was awesome. That, you know, we actually had to send something out to stop the deliveries because we had enough.
Right.
I think we bagged, each bag is like 5 days worth. I think
Okay.
we've got, I think staff stopped counting after like 600 bags.
Unreal. I mean, that says a lot about your programs and the people you're serving. But as you and I have talked about before, that also says a lot about Cherokee County.
Oh yeah.
What a giving community we live in. And it doesn't matter to us if we know the person who's receiving it. Doesn't have to be our neighbor, doesn't have to be our relative, that we can help each other in times like this. But I think we also remind ourselves that Senior Services provides services, whatever that means, from Meals on Wheels to somebody coming in to play bingo face-to-face, whatever that means to a senior. That's what you and your team do every day. Y'all just worked outside of the box to figure out how to continue to care for your clients. And I want to congratulate you and your team. Please tell them on behalf of the Chamber how much we appreciate them. And I'm excited about the day that we all get to be back face to face,
Yeah.
not just via technology, but face to face, to really show appreciation to one another. So hats off to you. Keep up the great job of steering your folks and your volunteers. I hope the homemakers do get back out and get back in those homes. I know the Meals on Wheels volunteers are ready to fill the car and head out. And so a big thank you from this entire community, from all of Cherokee County, for keeping our seniors safe and fed, and most importantly, happy. And I know that that brings a smile to everybody's face when they can see them. So who knows, you may actually be out in the community and see one of those buses pulling up with folks dressed up, singing and dancing, and bringing good news and bringing smiles to the faces of Cherokee seniors. So on behalf of the Cherokee County Chamber of Commerce, thank you to Cherokee County Senior Services for what they're doing. I hope you'll continue to monitor our updates on social media, and you never know what our topic will be next Tuesday. So Tim, thanks again. Great to see you, and I hope to see you face to face very soon.
Thank you, Pam. And again, thank you, Cherokee County.